Oh, hi guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to 2018. Sorry I've been a bit lax. There's been no excuses really, just work gets crazy this time of year and I've done a lot of overtime and I've been reluctant to sort of get in and get started on any major projects or any videos, and I really haven't had the patience to do anything that needs doing on existing projects. So no excuses, except I've had other stuff to do. Anyway, I shared some pictures of this on Instagram. It's a Princess Marina. It's a late 40s design from LBSC. And it's a chassis that I bought off a gentleman who had bought it from someone's estate and consequently done nothing to it. I've had it a couple of years and I've consequently done nothing to it either, but it's been in the back of my mind to sit down and to pull it apart and go through it, clean it all up, make sure there's not too much grit or dirt or too many noticeable huge errors, bolts poking through into cylinder walls and things, and get it back together and timed properly and get it to a track and sort of see how it looks on air pressure, you know. So it's something I've started, and it's a fairly big job and they're fairly fiddly things. Anyone who thinks, you know, 6 months of building a 3.5 inch gauge chassis is clearly mad, or has never pulled one apart, because there's a lot of work in this and someone's put a lot of work into it. The packings were pretty well shrunken down and not doing a whole lot. The cylinders are pretty sweet. I mean, they're a nice job. Someone's obviously had a milling machine, not just a cold chisel to put the ports in, and they've used decent bolts, and it's a pretty sweet job really. Everything goes together and looks nice. A lot of studs and nuts and bolts and things that have been actually made, as well as a few off-the-shelf ones. Everything seems to fit really nicely and not a lot of rock or movement in anything. So someone's obviously known what they're doing, and I'm really pleased with that so far. There's a bit of work in pulling it down, and it's sort of a bit of a cow at a time because there's no actual steam chest cover. It's all one piece. This particular class of Stanier locomotives were originally piston valve, and LBSC has set this up as something that's going to be a little bit easier for beginners to put together and use slide valves. However, timing this is a bit of a cow because you can't actually see the slide valve, so I've got to think a bit about that. There must be a way to do it, and someone might have some sort of an idea, but that's going to be a bit of a challenge. The packing that's on here is graphited yarn, and probably, to be honest, if it goes back in it'll be plenty good enough, but it was shrunk quite considerably into the cylinder and there was a gap all the way around, so I've pulled that out and pushed it back in again and plumped it up a bit. These ones here are graphite too, and they seem to be still pretty good. There's not a lot of packing in that one, I don't think, but this one tightens up nice. So there's a bit of work in getting that sorted. What I'd really like to do is get all the grot and dirt cleaned out of this and freshly oiled up, and do the other side, and basically see if we can get it running on half reasonable air pressure. It's taken a fair bit of pressure to kick it over, and I think a lot of the reason is blow past on the cylinders, and probably the timing isn't quite right. But I guess eventually we'll get there. So that's what I've been messing on today. There might still be another video tomorrow on some actual gainful employment as far as making stuff. I've got quite a bit of artwork to finish, and I'm going to get into that too. But I just want to say, yeah, have a great new year everyone, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to try and get back to one video a week. And don't be alarmed that I haven't posted anything for a month, and I really appreciate the new subscribers and people who've commented anyway on old videos. But let's get in and get this back together and see how it runs on here. So thanks for watching, be kind to each other, and more soon, guys and girls.